first step is going to grab a little ball of fondant. We're just going to play with it a little bit. Make it nice and smooth. Yeah. So what you're just going to do, personally for dyeing fondant, unless you buy pre-dyed fondant, use the little liquid droppers, not the gel ones, because these are very heavily saturated. It's a lot easier to move it around on the fondant than if you have a gel. So you just put a big drop on the top, set your dye to the side, and don't be afraid to get messy. Just have fun and rub it in, smush it in, just play with it. Now, one thing you might run into as a problem is it might get too sticky. So what you're going to do is you're just going to roll it in the palm of your hands and set it aside for a few seconds. And maybe at this point is when you can go wash your hands. So after washing your hands, make sure you really dry them, because if they're not dry, the moisture is just going to make the dye come back off the fondant and onto your hands, and you don't want that. See, I got rid of most of it. Still some there. Be gone by tomorrow, no big deal. Okay, so the next thing you do is you're going to take out a piece, doesn't matter what size. You're going to take a small, medium, large. And you're just going to roll it in the palm of your hand like this. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get a piece of wax paper or parchment paper, it doesn't matter. You're going to put the little dough ball onto the cutting board. Don't put it on your counter, you don't want to dye your counter. And you just press down with the wax paper and you just smooth it out. Smooth it out. And you could do it as, make it long, you can make it short, it doesn't matter. This is going to be the middle of your flower. So once you've successfully removed your petal from the wax paper, you're just going to roll this. You're going to roll it opposite, away from you. You're going to roll it away from you. You're going to start at the end towards you. You're just going to roll it sideways. You roll the length, not the width. See? Turned out nice and really structured. And don't worry about the height, it doesn't matter. You're going to take that part off next. So, you're going to put this to a side. You can choose either side. I like this side and how it turned out. You're going to put that to the side for now. Then you're going to take your little ball. You're going to pinch it a little bit, so because fondant stiffens up really easily. You're just going to keep pinching it until you don't feel like any crust or dryness to it. And then you're just going to take a little ball, roll it in the palm of your hands again. Now this is going to be the petal, the starting petal. You're going to take your wax paper and you're going to do the same like you did with the middle of the flower, except you're going to want this to be a circle instead of an oval. And now comes a little more tricky part. So, you've got the center, and you've got your petal. So, you see how the center part comes down right here? You want your petal to be in the back, and you want it to come around to the front. And you're just going to push those edges like that. Alright, so after you've pinched it together, you see how the top is a lot longer than the middle, and that's exactly how you want it. And your last step is to just make the flower look more authentic by pulling the edges back. And there you have your rose. pinch. And then you're going to make it look like an authentic petal by lightly pinching the side. And see how now it's really starting to look like a great rose. Now you're going to take the last part of your fondant, you're going to roll it into a ball. The side's looking more like an egg. So now you have your rose. You're going to take the last part, make sure it's the same height as the others, and you're just going to wrap it around. And pinch, then do your final touches. Pinch. So now that you have your rose, your final step is easy if you want it to make it easy. You can use scissors. This is why we use wax paper. There's just like hair in it, and it won't come out. Okay. If you want to use scissors, go for it. I like to do a natural twist, like this. See how I'm just twisting off the bottom and it comes off? Then you're left with excess. That's when you can use the scissors, so you don't ruin the middle part. You make it as close to the bud or as far away as you want. Push that there. Smooth it out so it has a nice surface so it can stand. And there you go. You have your rose.
Hi everybody, everything's sunshine right here. In case you didn't know, my name's actually Jessica. I don't even know if that's on my YouTube. If it is, cool. If it isn't, well, now you know things that you didn't know before. I basically am a woman of many trades. I am very good at a lot of things. Opposed to my last video, which might make you think that I'm horrible at life. But I'm not horrible at life. I'm just horrible at, like, my makeup and doing my hair. My hair is straight, and that's about as good as it gets when doing my hair. But when it comes to things like bowling, I've gotten a lot better. I'm also really good at decorating cupcakes. As you can see, I showed you how to make those fondant roses. And fondant roses, when I first started making them, were a pain in the butt because I never looked up a video tutorial of it. I kind of just did it. I was like, that's what a fondant rose looks like. I'm going to attempt it. And I attempted it multiple times, and it never came out right. Then I decided maybe it'd be a good idea to go look up a video on how to do little fondant roses, and wha-bam, now I'm a master at it, and you'll be a master at it too.